You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. नमस्कार फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू हेडलाइंस ऑफ द डे। इस वीडियो में हम फोकस करेंगे इंडियन एक्सप्रेस के ऊपर और आज की हमारी पहली इंपॉर्टेंट हेडलाइन है राजनाथ इन अरुणाचल, इंडियन आर्मी कैन फेस एनी चैलेंज ऑन बॉर्डर। इट इज अवेलेबल ऑन पेज नंबर 3 एंड ये रिलेटेड पेपर 3 इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर सेक्शन से। इन दिस आर्टिकल वी हैव टू नो अबाउट recently inaugurated infrastructure projects of border roads organization and their significance. So friends, recently Defense Minister of India inaugurated the Siom Bridge in Arunachal Pradesh along with 27 other infrastructure projects completed by the Border Roads Organization, and these projects will hugely augment India's border infrastructure, mostly along the Chinese border from Ladakh to Arunachal, right? Our next important headline is no additional curbs on free speech by ministers, Supreme Court. It is available on page number 3 and here related to the paper to polity and governance. In this article we have to know about constitutional provisions related to right of free speech and expression and what is hate speech and recent Supreme Court's observations. So friends, recently Supreme Court held that there is no reason to impose additional restrictions on the right to free speech of ministers, and government is not vicariously liable for disparaging remarks made by them, even if the comments are traceable to the state affairs or meant to protect the government. Our next important headline is draft bill looks at new agency to hold medical entrance. It is available on page number 8 and here related to paper to health section say. In this article we have to know what are the key highlights and objectives of draft National Medical Commission Bill 2022. So friends, the bill seeks to introduce a fifth autonomous body under the country's apex medical education regulator to conduct the national exit test. Baki other points you can go through this article. Our next important headline is Power Play Beyond G20. It is available on page number 11 and here related to the paper to international grouping say. In this article we have to know about the opportunities associated with India's G20 presidency and what makes it challenging and suggestions. तो दोस्तों इसको हमारी वेबसाइट पे रिसेंटली बहुत अच्छे से कवर किया गया है एंड लिंक अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है डिस्क्रिप्शन में। उसके अलावा कुछ पॉइंट्स आप यहाँ से भी देख सकते हैं। बाकी अगर हम ओवरव्यू देखें तो G20 forum was established in 1999 by the finance ministers and central bank governors of 7 countries, and these include Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, UK and US. And do you know friends, today G20 members account for more than 80% of the world's GDP and 75% of global trade and 60% of the population of the planet, right? Our next important headline is A Vision Vindicated. It is available on page number 11 and here related to paper 3 economy section say. In this article we have to know about Supreme Court's judgment on demonetization, its repercussions and what lies ahead. तो दोस्तों इसको कल ही हमारी वेबसाइट पे बहुत अच्छे से कवर किया गया है एंड लिंक यू नो कि कहां मिलेगा। Our next important headline is Science Congress and Appraisal. It is available on page number 13 and here related to paper 3 Science and Technology से। In this article we have to know about Indian Science Congress. तो दोस्तों recently Prime Minister of India addressed the 108th Indian Science Congress and the theme of this year is Science and Technology for Sustainable Development with Women Empowerment. And do you know friends, first session of the Indian Science Congress was held in 1914, right? Our next important headline is Unexploded Ordnance. It is available on page number 13 and here related to paper 3 defense section say. In this article we have to know about unexploded ordnance. So friends, in military parlance, unexploded ordnance is a military ammunition or explosive device that remains unexploded even after it has been primed and fired, right? Our next important headline is Study finds link between termite activity and a warming world. It is available on page number 13 and here related to paper 3 environment section say. In this article we have to know how termite behavior is linked to a warming world. So दोस्तों, a recent study has found that termites decompose wood at a much higher rate in warmer conditions, and as the earth gets warmer, termites will rapidly spread across the world, and this could in turn leads to further rise in global temperatures because these small insects, while consuming dead wood, release carbon into the atmosphere, right? Baki other points you can go through this article. Our next and last important headline is online gaming. What do Ministry of Electronics and IT's draft rules say? It is available on page number 15 and here related to paper to government policies and interventions say. In this article we have to know what do the draft rules say and we have to know about online gaming sector in India. तो दोस्तों इससे रिलेटेड कंटेंट कल ही हमारी वेबसाइट पे अवेलेबल करा दिया गया है एंड डिस्क्रिप्शन में उसका लिंक है। बाकी अदर पॉइंट्स के लिए यू कैन गो थ्रू दिस आर्टिकल। तो दोस्तों आज के लिए इतना ही। थैंक्स फॉर लिसनिंग। फॉर रेगुलर अपडेट्स यू कैन फॉलो अस ऑन वेरियस सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स।